She's going for it.
Woo! Here we go.
Look how green it is.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's so different from even months ago when this was all desert. There was not a 𝗪𝗔𝗘𝗧𝗪𝗔𝗡𝗧 grass left just about. So it's quite incredible to see now. Totally transforms the desert landscape. I love this valley over here. Mountains.
Can't see it. Alright, so I have a serious question for you as the viewer. Could you watch just driving on the road and not hearing anything? Not hearing us talk about anything, just hear the road noise. Basically just take a drive with us.
Come
Would that
see
be cool?
Mexico.
Tell us if you'd like that or if you'd like a commentary.
I don't think we're very good at commentary. For anything like us, you love a drive and seeing new landscapes like this. Maybe this is enough to just drive along with us.
We don't have a very good car setup, so my little stabilizer here is sort of saying that I'm a bit off angle. Of course, going through the windscreen, we have to have a clean windscreen to make this really work. Let's just see how we go here. I mean, it's lovely driving through here when it's sunny, but I think it's actually more stunning when it's really overcast like it is at the moment.
See, the colours a bit better. She gets a bit glary otherwise. What are you picking? Those people know.
We've done this particular drive so many times between Guanajuato and San Miguel,
Yeah.
and seen it in all different, shades of green and brown and sunlight and cloud. But there's definitely certain areas that we go through where we both still often say to each other, "Oh, doesn't that remind you of Australia?"
The landscape's actually really similar to Australia, other than all the cactus, which we don't have. But yeah, a lot of the areas are really similar.
Except we would not be this high in altitude in Australia, that's for sure.
No. Well, they have gum trees there. That's crazy.
They have gum trees in Peru too.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that gum trees existed outside of Australia. I don't know why I thought that. But I thought they were quite unique to the Australian landscape. But alas, there is lots of them in South America and up here in North America.
Eucalypt.
Eucalypt, yeah. Yeah.
So our little VW Polo is an absolute legend on the highway, but this is her favourite watering hole coming up here. This Pemex, pretty much halfway between Guanajuato and San Miguel de Allende, probably slightly closer to San Miguel. It's one of the cheapest around, so the amount of times that we've fueled up at that station.
I know, we always wait to see if we can make it there.
Yeah.
It's definitely significantly cheaper.
That's a turn off there to 𝗪𝗫𝗆𝗪𝗫𝗃𝗃.
𝗪𝗫𝗆𝗪𝗫𝗃.
Yeah, said it wrong.
We always say it wrong.
And that's a stunning drive going this way. So coming from the east to the west, like going west to Guanajuato, it is just a beautiful drive from Dolores.
Yeah, big canyons and really vast valleys that you can see across. At the moment, it would be absolutely stunning because everything is so green and so lush. Those mountains would be absolutely amazing. So the mountains at Guanajuato are actually a lot bigger than you get in San Miguel. So you'll see that as we go along, the mountains get bigger and bigger, and they're so stunning.
And that Dolores Road is nowhere near as busy as this one either.
We'll take you to Dolores one day because they have the craziest ice creams ever. They're known around their town square. They have a big church, of course, and then a big town square, and there's all these stalls set up with the most weirdest ice creams, like cheese ice cream and ceviche and
mole,
shrimp and beer and wine and rose and lavender. They're probably quite normal ones compared to some of the others. It's octopus, like octopus ice cream, like really?
Dropping back a gear or two.
Yeah.
Going up a hill.
She's up there, this one. Up into the mountains again.
Turn out to the right, but you can see the inside of the car. And the windscreen's not that, well, the window's not that clean.
Yeah. Up here.
Might be filling in the potholes.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Actually looks like they do. So one thing I love about Mexican driving is that they use their hazard lights quite a bit. Oh yeah, they're filling in the potholes.
Stop.
Yes.
Maybe not drive over them if you can. I'll just drive over them.
Well, that just puts them in better. Yeah, Mexican drivers, I don't know about other places, but in Australia we only ever use hazard lights if you pulled off to the side of the road or you're broken down or something like that. But here in Mexico they actually use them if they're slowing down. So if there's traffic ahead, it's indicating to the person behind you that we're going to be slowing down or we're going to be stopping. And they're just really good. Like it makes it so much easier to drive. You're not slamming on your brakes. You've got plenty of notice. So I think it's a really good use of hazard lights in Mexico.
Overall, I find the Mexican drivers courteous.
Yeah. definitely. Yeah, much more than other countries for sure. Yeah. Yeah, they're more than happy to let you out, and merging. They're not great at merging, but if you're waiting to come out, they'll certainly let you out.
I don't think there's anywhere in the world where people have got enough brains to work out how to merge while still going forward without having to stop.
One car, then the other car.
It's the biggest bugbear of my life.
I know.
Idiots trying to merge. Well, they don't even try. They're just stupid. They have no idea.
Trying to get in front of the car that's coming in. And it's like,
well, they just stop dead.
Yeah.
And bank back the traffic.
You do that a lot in Mexico. Is that they'll actually just stop. So it's like, how do we keep the cars flowing here when you're behind them? So lush. I love it. It's really nice to see.
Was there one spit of rain?
One, yeah, enough rain to make the windscreen wipers go. God, barely.
Maybe turn them off.
Get through here.
Now we've got spots of rain.
Yeah.
See it on the screen.
Yes, a little bit more rainy over Guanajuato, haven't we?
While it's raining, I might stop the video and then we'll come back as we go through this little town that has too many speed bumps, but
It does make us go slow, so the filming's alright.
yeah, so we'll film that as we get closer. But this trip is roughly, well, I guess an hour and 10 minutes, sometimes a bit longer depending on what's on the road. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the Guanajuato to San Miguel. Now you'll see that yellow sign there that has the speed bump signal with saying 100 metres. This is a town that actually has the speed bumps marked, not just with a sign on the road, but with a little bit of change of colour over the bitumen. You can hit the pothole, there we go.
I was looking at the speed bump because you were talking about them. Oops, a daisy.
Oh dear. But yes, quite often, especially just on the outsides of little towns, there may not be a sign or a colour change, and it's just the bitumen, and you sometimes don't see them until you're right on top of them. So when they say that it's dangerous to drive in Mexico, it's generally because of these stupid bloody things that makes it dangerous.
Yep.
We know a German lady in Guanajuato who had driven from her place in Valenciana to the airport, I don't know, every year for the last dozen years, and she would know where these speed bumps are, but managed to collect one time, and yeah, basically ripped the
flew straight over the top of it.
Straight over it, launched over the top, and you know the oil.
She hit the sump, I think.
Yeah, she hit the sump. Like it just everything was pissed out of it. It was a real mess. So ended up having to get a whole new engine for the vehicle just because of a tope, a speed bump. So that's insane.
Yep.
I should be showing you some of these restaurants. I should have turned around. So there's also, this is the town that when you're coming up to Christmas, they have all these Christmas decorations everywhere. We've got a lot of like wicker type of, oh here we go, look, the reindeers are out already. It's only
Oh my goodness.
June.
Come on, puppies.
Yeah, so that's all those fun things there. Lots of restaurants are always super busy, and they have big markets on weekends here. So this is like a real bottleneck of a town
terrible.
that you have to get through. It's in between. It's closer to Guanajuato than it is to.
No
San
other way
Miguel
around
de-
it other than through the guts of it.
Well, unless you're going by Dolores 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏, but yeah, to go on this road you can't avoid it.
Yep.
And some more topes to get out of town.
So we can't get any speed up getting out of town. We have to keep slow.
Must be boring looking at an ugly car like that from behind. What else can I look at?
Well, soon we'll be getting the mountains. If you want to clock off, we could have a look at the mountains when we get a bit closer through this section here.
More places to eat. Oh, he's turning off.
See you later.
Alright, free
Right,
run.
there we go. Another tope.
Another
Just-
tope.
Why not? Throw in the last one before we head out of town.
Can't get a clear run. Yay. Oh, more reindeers and wicker things here.
I love their wicker.
So this is all new, this speed bump going up the hill, and then the one that we just went over, because there's a new estate being built. So no doubt there's some big plots of land and some big fancy houses that are going to get built in there.
You can see it's getting more mountainous through here now. So these are the mountains of Guanajuato. Getting into it. So for all our Australian and New Zealand friends, how does it feel being on this side of the road? And UK friends. I'm so used to driving on this side now. Whenever we watch something on Australian TV, it really throws me in terms of driving on the other side of the road and on the other side of the car. It's like, oh my goodness.
Our first experience was in Dubai, and I do remember coming down to the car park and you threw your handbag in behind the steering wheel.
That was so funny. I got in the car and threw my handbag on the seat, closed the door, went around the other side, jumped in the car, and you should have seen the look on my face. It would have been priceless, because I just looked at the dashboard and I went, fuck, someone stole the steering wheel. I just pissed myself laughing. I was like, oh my god, that's so funny.
Just coming into the sort of not so attractive side of Guanajuato. It's the outer suburbs, known as 𝗪𝗏𝗥𝗟𝗏. And a stop this video because you really don't need to see a zoomed in rear of another vehicle. Not really too much to look at anyway, so.
Alright, we'll show you our Airbnb when we get there. How far to go now?
Okay, so we have a huge big shopping centre here. So Liverpool is a department store. And this is called 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪. They have, they've got 𝗪𝗔𝗓𝗪. What?
Oh.
That's new.
That's new.
Yay! So there's a cinema, a bowling alley, pool, snooker, and the 𝗪𝗔𝗓𝗪 is quite a cost-effective chain. It's not it's like a proper competition to the other chains. Are all owned by the same lot. See if you can get down to that police guy with the guys in the back. This is hilarious because when it's really, really hot, like in April and May, these guys are so dressed up with balaclavas and
right in front of us.
everything. It's like, I don't know how they do it, honestly. Whoa.
Yeah. Fully kitted out.
Sometimes they'll have, you know, the wagons, so they've got 6 or 7 guys and girls sitting in the back, and they've all got their gear on, and it's like, oh god, you guys must be dying of heat exhaustion. So Guanajuato Centro is in a big bowl as such, which is the other side of these mountains over here. So we're still sort of on the outside of Centro's bowl. And we're not staying in Centro, we're staying at 𝗪𝗁𝗪𝗏. Let's look.
Right.
Pinata, anyone?
They love their pinatas. Alright, it's like
Oh, sorry Luna, we got cobblestones again.
shitty bloody road. Alright. What number are we looking for?
Oh, I've got to get back out, so we're getting close.
83 on this side.
Get back in here. 49G. 49G, like that. That's right. Yeah, here we go. Right near the Oxo.
Alright.
So we'll have to find where the car park is, but
Yeah,
go into that. Nice mountains.
Eh?
Nice mountains.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Right. So somewhere here, eh?
Yeah.
Woo! Here we are. Well, this is very nice. Smells nice. Yay. This is us for the next few nights. Oh, comfy couches. Can't go past a comfy couch. Got lots of things in the kitchen. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, nice. Like that. Dunny, as they would say in Australia. Dunny. We've actually got 2 bedrooms. We had to get 2 bedrooms because these beds are so freaking small. They call this a double or a matrimonial in Mexico. And we would be lucky if we could fit both of us on there. Let alone sleep on there. So we've got 2 bedrooms. Fortunately, we have to separate in the rooms. But they're quite nice. This is lovely. That's pretty nice, babe.
Yes.
Go on. Very happy. All right, we're going to move on in and settle in. Ciao for now.